Life Hacks Beyond Convention with Dee and Sonia.
Yeah. Well, my mum was a bookaholic. My dad wasn't. Mum said he liked comics and things like that, but not as
Yeah.
much books. So, but I wonder, it's interesting, isn't it? Because my brother loved comics too, but not books. Yeah, so anyway, but mum is a real bookaholic. So,
Yeah.
I came across that gene, honestly, as well.
We weren't allowed to have comics. Now, I think I had a bit of trouble reading early on, and I probably would have enjoyed comics because it gives you the visual clue to what's being said, but we simply were not allowed to have them. They weren't, mum was being toffee-nosed about that stuff. So, yeah, there's a distinct difference, I think, in how people use that kind of material.
Well, my brother didn't much like reading, so the way mum tried to encouraging him was with the comics. So, Ginger Megs and all of those
Yes.
back in the day. Yeah, because
Yeah.
her philosophy was, well, I don't really care what you're reading as long as you're reading.
Yeah, which is a
Yeah.
much better philosophy. I have a friend who was an English teacher at Clare, and she struggled with the lads in her year 12 class. And so she said, bring along a magazine about something you like. And of course, all the car magazines came out, but they read them, they devoured the
Exactly.
data. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's, who cares? So long as they're
Yes.
actually improving their skills for reading, analysing, understanding what they're reading. Doesn't really matter what it
Exactly.
is, does it?
Yeah.
Well, and graphic novels have done such a comeback in the
Oh,
last 10 or 20 years.
yeah.
So it's really been much more mainstream now to
Yes.
like
Yeah.
reading in a slightly different, or we
Format.
call that unconventional, but different
Well,
format.
if they're done properly, they're reverse to what our books are. And I know we had a huge collection here when my child lived at home. So, yeah, massive collection. So same thing, dyslexia and like, well, what will you like? Just pick anything. Yeah. So,
Well, I've often wondered whether, because apparently some of the traits like dyslexia and that do have a bit of a genetic, I don't know,
connection. Yeah.
connection. Thank you, that's the word. And so I do wonder because my brother, he probably had some form of dyslexia or that, which back then just wasn't picked up in the schools, but he did
Yeah.
find it difficult to learn to read. So he can read now, but it was just never something that was easy for him. And same with filling out
Yes.
forms and things. And then when mum, because dad never had a problem with filling out forms, I've never actually asked her, but you wonder, is it just that his interests were different, or did he actually find some of that real bulky text and that just difficult to get through?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that there was some sort of underlearning difficulty,
Underline. Yeah.
underlying, sorry.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's properly assessed still in schools. I'm not sure, but I doubt it's being accommodated effectively.
Well, I think we've had such a swing the opposite way now that everything's diagnosed, and
Mm,
like, I think there's been a
yeah,
really big swing, and we have huge numbers of diagnosis of learning disabilities, etc., in the classrooms.
yeah,
Like half of the kids in a class can have some sort of difficulty of some description, which makes you wonder, is there an overdiagnosis? Is there something that's happened in our environment that has caused it and it is all genuine? Or is it just a bigger awareness of it? Like there's all these questions and we don't
yeah.
really have the answers to
Or
that.
is the smaller percent who fit our conventional education system actually the minority?
Well, that's a very good question too, yeah.
Because I've often said that I've worked in schools, I've homeschooled, and then I've had a child with challenges, and I look at the kids around and I go, the ones that just get all this academic stuff and just they're not the majority.
True.
I don't believe they are. So,
Mm. It's
so I
probably got
think
a
we
lot
need.
to do with personality as well. It's not just skill. A
Mm,
lot of it's just personality, what you like and what you don't like,
well,
isn't it?
yeah, I don't think kids should be sitting in classrooms all day. You know, some classes in different places have put in mobile seats, like, um, yeah, so that they're not sitting still all the time. I
Yeah,
can't stand sitting still. Um,
yeah,
yeah, mentally, like you said about interest, are they interested in it? Why the hell are they learning it? I think if you've got a logical mind, you look at certain things, and I don't agree with that we don't need maths. I just think maths is not taught properly. Um,
mm,
but yeah, walking into an economics lecture as an adult and being told, this is what I'm going to teach you, but the real world acts like this and I'm not going to teach you that. I'm
mm,
out. Don't,
mm, mm,
yeah. And so if you don't explain how to use a skill or how it's going to be useful in life, you're not
mm,
going to engage their interest and they're just going to
mm,
switch off.
absolutely,
Yeah. Mm.
absolutely. Well, I think we've mentioned before about maths that you used to do cooking, didn't you? With
I did, yeah. I
yeah,
started with a packet of
mm,
muffins so that the
mm,
reading had to be done and the third of
mm,
a cup of oil or and two eggs and
exactly.
yeah.
So it's just a matter of finding out what the interests are of the children that we're dealing with and trying
Mm,
to show them, well, this is why it's important to be able to read and this is why it's important
mm.
to understand maths because we want to
Yes.
do this. So
Mm,
even just with drafting patterns or that, if it's sewing they're
mm.
interested in, like there's a whole
Yeah.
lot of maths in that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
some
it's
people,
everywhere, isn't it?
yeah. Well, there's different disabilities, so to speak. They're not disability variations. There's the dyslexia. There's the
Mm,
dyscalculia, which is the
mm,
inability to handle numbers in the head.
yep.
And yet, sometimes those people show interesting ways. They may not understand how they do it, but they may understand or visualize a percentage or visualize a ratio, which I
Mm,
found interesting.
mm,
There's dysgraphia where the information from the brain doesn't transmit properly to the hands to write.
mm,
And I think
mm,
the other one's dyspraxia that can impact on articulation.
mm,
So
mm.
knowing about those, well, how do you
Mm,
once again accommodate those people?
mm.
So
Well, definitely just mainstream schooling can make it more difficult, can't it?
it can,
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
But there's some evidence that suggests, though, that quite, I want to use the word regimented, but that sound, well, I think that's what I mean.
yeah.
Structure and whatnot can actually be useful for the majority of children
Oh,
in
yeah, mm,
classrooms, etc. So, yeah, I don't know what the answer is. For us, it
mm,
ended up being homeschooling as well. So
yeah.
it's trying to
Ditto. Mm.
accommodate, yeah, the children.